And Sports Report brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Your home, your style. With Flex Steel, you can personalize every detail to fit your space and your light. Visit Northwest Furniture and Mattress to get started. Big Red Rocking Chair on Elm, off Adams in LeGrand. LHS Girls Wrestling, and we haven't had a show since then, but they three-peated as OSAA 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A state champions. 3 in a row for these girls. Congratulations to head coach Rusty Golzo, as he was named Coach of the Year again. LeGrand had 7 placers, no state champions individual on this girls' team, but 7 placers. Eiley May placed 3rd at 100. Carly Radke 5th at 105. Riley Lease 4th at 110. Avery Robinson 6th at 120. Sydney Azure 3rd at 125. Emmeline Livingston 4th at 130. And Maddie Armstrong 2nd at 190 pounds. So both the seniors placed their senior year. That's pretty cool. The LeGrand boys wrestling, and we're going to run a little video. They do this polar plunge every year on their way home from the state wrestling tournament. That's Colton Livingston right there in the front. He's first-time state champion this year, but they jump into the Deschutes River, and man, that looks cold.
And now they're out.
Yeah,
man.
quick. This is posted on our social media, and it's done really well. It's over 20,000 views. It's crazy. LeGrand had 8 placers, 2 state champions. Congratulations to Colton Livingston and Tommy Belding. They're both state champions. Tommy's a 3-time state champion. The placers are Darren Golzo at 106, 5th. Callan Blakely got 6th at 120. Deegan Nelson got 2nd at 126. Bragan Anderson got 3rd at 132. Noah Collins got 3rd at 165. And Dex Dunlop got 2nd at 215. And like I said, Tommy was the 157-pound state champion, and Colton Livingston was the 138-pound state champion. The Tigers finished in 3rd overall behind Sweet Home and Pendleton. I was kind of bummed about that. We beat Pendleton in the duel during the regular season. We beat them at district, and then we lost to them by a handful of points at the state championship. But, we brought home a 3rd-place trophy. LHS girls basketball unfortunately lost to Baker in the GOL championship on Saturday in Baker. The girls didn't just show up. I mean, they just didn't show up, man. They were flat the entire game. The good thing is it's not a season-ending loss, as the girls will qualify for state as the number 2 GOL team and head to what it looks like right now, Malala, this Saturday at a time to be determined. The LHS boys team made a statement Saturday night in the GOL championship game with a 14-point win over the Bulldogs, 79-65. LeGrand is the first GOL team other than those Bulldogs to win the boys title in the last 4 years. With the win, the boys will host their first-round playoff game on March 6th at a time to be determined, which that's this Friday. This might be the best 15-10 12 seed in the state tournament I've ever seen. This LeGrand boys team, I think they're gonna end up at 12, which is crazy to me. And to be 15-10 with the amount of talent they have, hopefully they can put the pieces together and play like they played against Baker and Pendleton and make a little state championship run. The EOU track and field team will send 10 women and 9 men to Gainesville this weekend for the NAIA Indoor Track and Field Championships. Congratulations to EOU head coach Ben Welch and assistant Connor Bracken, as they were named the West Region Coach and Assistant Coach of the Year. Riley Morris was named the West Region Female Track Athlete of the Year. Ruben Munzer was named the West Region Male Track Athlete of the Year. And Justin Krabenhoft was named the Western Region Male Field Athlete of the Year. They're going to make a little run. Both teams should finish in the top 10. At the NAIA Indoor Track and Field Championships. They're the 5th through the 7th, so they start in just a couple days in Gainesville, Florida. EOU softball went on the road and spoiled the first 2 games ever in number 1 SOU's brand new stadium. They swept Southern on the first day. Unfortunately, on day 2, they lost both games, but they got 2 out of 3 in the conference, which is the important part. Game 4 kind of doesn't matter. It matters on your overall record, but if you win 2 out of the 3 of the conference, you win the series. The funny thing is like teams know that's true. Like, you don't say we split the series, even though they won 2 games and lost 2 games. You say, we either won or lost the series if you won 2 out of 3, because the conference series is what matters. And so EOU won the series in my eyes, and I think that's just kind of the common terminology for it. You'll see when teams lose, they like to say we split the series. If they lose the last game and lose one of the 3, conference games, but when teams win, they always say we got 2 out of 3. Yeah, it's crazy. EOU baseball lost their first 3, and which is all the conference games versus OIT at home this weekend. They got the 4th game. Unfortunately, like I said, Game 4 is not a conference game. The Mounties are 4-11 and 1-5 in conference play. They head to Corbin for a 4-game series this weekend at Volcano Stadium in Salem. That's going to be fun. EOU women's wrestling was in Ashland at the CCC Championships over the weekend. The Mounties had 9 placers and 3 national tournament auto qualifiers. At 131 pounds, McKenna Duran qualified. 145 pounds, Vale Foreman. And at 207 pounds, Kiona Michelle. So they should get a few more in today, actually. The full list of qualifiers will be announced today at 5 p.m. We'll talk more EOU wrestling on Thursday. And Sports Report brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Sleep like a log.